For a large part of the last year, golf courses have been closed because of the lockdown, and its members have not been able to play the sport that they love. With no income stream, golf clubs have had the toughest 12 months of their history, and they have faced uncertainty over how they will be able to cover their expensive overheads. This is St Melly Golf Club, a 9-hole golf course which has relied on its membership subscriptions to keep them in business over their 100-year history. David Evans, the club's centenary captain, explains the challenges the club has faced throughout the pandemic.
Well, I think the biggest challenge was a concern about losing members, and that was really a worry because people obviously hadn't got the opportunity to play. We were having to ask them for fees to support the club, but the fantastic result has been that we seem to have retained an awful lot of our members. But I think the best news, as far as I'm concerned, is that post-lockdown, or as we move out of lockdown, I should say, we're getting a lot of new young members. So the profile of the membership is dropping as far as age is concerned, and I think that's a real bonus.
To try and help prevent golf clubs from closing down, Wales Golf issued grants to clubs so that they could try and generate income from non-related golfing activity while golfing was banned. St Mellids used the grant to expand their outdoor catering facilities by building an outside bar and seating pods, while eating and drinking indoors was closed. The bar proved such a success that local MP Dr James Davis came to officially open it. A few miles down the road you'll find Prestatyn Golf Club, which is an 18-hole championship golf course, which hosts the Open Championship qualifiers and the Welsh Amateur Championships. Club Secretary Claire Marriott talks about the struggles they had to deal with during the lockdown.
It is the loss of visitor sales revenue. That was the biggest worry. And also the amount of loss of play to the members and how we could compensate them for that, which was a very, very difficult decision in view of how much revenue, which we'd lost over £110,000 worth of revenue from visitor green fees, and we rely on 50% of our income for visitor green fees, so without that it was a real challenge.
The timing of Wales and England's lockdowns being different also proved a challenge for the club, as there were some members who lived in England, so they were unable to travel to play golf.
Second lockdown in October, golf in England wasn't permitted, so A, they couldn't play at any other club in England, and B, they couldn't travel into Wales, so they were at a double disadvantage, which was really unfair, on them, and it highlighted how much really the government should have collaborated with regards to their footpath and timeline out of these lockdowns or going into the lockdowns, because there was just no collaboration at all.
Although these clubs have had their struggles, they are appreciative of their loyal members who have continued to pay their fees throughout the pandemic, and the loss of income from visitors for some clubs will hopefully be covered by the increase in new memberships, and they can move forward out of what is the most challenging year golf clubs have faced with excitement and hope.